Wait, why am I in this shit? Wait, hold on, I gotta be, what the f? I'm getting sued? Nigga, this night I was told to stay on stream.
What is happening inside Drake's head? I mean, is he declaring war against everyone? Picture this. Drake, Toronto's golden boy, the guy who made singing your feelings cool in rap, is sitting in his insane mansion, scrolling Instagram. He's the most streamed artist of all time, but right now, he's fuming. The reason? Kai Cenat, a 21-year-old Twitch streamer from the Bronx who's basically a walking viral moment. The same kid whose chaotic streams have every Gen Z and Alpha locked in. This ain't your usual rap beef. There's no diss tracks or sneak disses here. This is Drake, beefing with an influencer, a dude whose only bars are in his jokes. But if you peel it back, this isn't just about Kai cracking jokes or roasting Drake. It's about the sixth god feeling the heat from a new wave he can't keep up with. Let's keep it real. Drake's run is legendary. The man made heartbreak anthems that had grown men crying in the club, dropped TikTok-worthy bangers, and somehow stayed on top for over a decade. But lately, the air of invincibility, it's slipping. Drake's got threats from all angles. Kendrick's got the critics on lock. J. Cole's got that real rap crowd behind him. But now there's a new type of threat, the internet itself. Meme culture, streamers, and TikTok stars are eating up the attention he once owned. The scary part? They're playing by rules Drake doesn't understand. And at the top of this wave is Kai Cenat. On the surface, it shouldn't bother Drake. He's got more #1 hits than anyone. But his grip on the culture isn't what it used to be. Tuesday Slide felt like it was made just for TikTok. Those random collabs with younger artists feel forced, like he's chasing the wave instead of making it. Drake's whole career was about being ahead of the curve. Now, he's looking like he's playing catch-up. Drake's image has always been carefully curated. From his introspective lyrics to his well-crafted public persona, he's mastered the art of staying relevant. But lately, that image feels fragile. Social media doesn't wait for anyone, not even Drake, and Kai's ability to shift the narrative in real time has left Drake in unfamiliar territory. Let's talk about Kai Cenat for a second. This dude went from Instagram skits to being Twitch's #1 streamer. He's not a rapper, but he moves like one. Millions of kids quote his jokes, copy his energy, and tune in to his streams like they're blockbuster events. Kai is Gen Z's cultural plug, plain and simple. Here's the thing though, Kai didn't wake up one day and say, "I'm beefing with Drake." He doesn't have to. Just by being himself, Kai's already everything Drake is afraid of. He's young, connected to the culture, and doesn't take himself too seriously. The beef kicked off with one clip. Kai saw Drake's infamous habit of DMing Instagram models.
So Drake actually slid into my DMs. And
Curious to know what your experience is.
girl, he blocked me after he
Kai called him out, the corniest rich guy alive. It was just a joke, but the internet ran with it. Suddenly, Drake was a punchline. Memes started flying. For a guy who spent his whole career controlling the narrative, this was Drake's nightmare. And Kai, he didn't even need to try. His audience made the jokes viral. His streams doubled down on the energy. He didn't just win the culture war, he didn't even know he was fighting one. Kai's success comes from his authenticity, and that's something money can't buy. Drake's carefully constructed world, on the other hand, is starting to feel out of touch. Drake's Instagram game has always been strong. Private jet pics, cryptic captions, and luxury flexes were his bread and butter. But this time, it wasn't enough. When Kai's clip blew up, Drake responded by unfollowing him on Instagram. For the average person, that's whatever. But in influencer world, that's DEFCON 1. Drake's unfollow was basically him saying, "I see you, and you're getting to me." And Kai, he turned it into content. His fans roasted Drake nonstop. Memes flooded TikTok and Twitter, painting Drake as the sensitive old head who can't take a joke. Even when Drake tried to clap back with cryptic captions, it just added fuel to the fire. The internet smelled blood in the water, and Drake couldn't escape it. This wasn't just about Kai anymore. It was about Drake's whole vibe. The internet used to hype him up. Now, they were turning him into a meme. And once you're a meme, it's hard to go back. Drake's biggest mistake wasn't unfollowing Kai. It was showing the world that it bothered him. Here's where it gets wild. Drake didn't just ignore the beef. He doubled down by suing Kai Cenat and YouTuber NoLifeShaq. The lawsuit? Defamation, emotional distress, and claims that the creators profited off a diss song Kendrick Lamar wrote about Drake. The track, titled Not Like Us, took aim at Drake's perceived insecurities and painted him as desperate for validation. Kendrick, always calculated, left enough ambiguity in the song for listeners to interpret, but the undertones were clear. The issue? Kai Cenat and other creators reacted to the diss track live on their platforms, with their content generating millions of views and ad revenue. Drake claimed this amplified the song's reach and hurt his brand, especially since many viewers perceived their reactions as siding with Kendrick's narrative. For someone as big as Drake, this was unheard of. Hip-hop beef is supposed to stay in the culture, diss tracks, sneak disses, maybe a podcast rant. But a lawsuit against streamers? That's a whole new level of petty. The internet wasn't having it. Hashtags like Drake Too Sensitive started trending. People called him out for being out of touch. Why would the biggest rapper alive care what some Twitch streamer says? To the internet, it was just another L for Drake. The lawsuit didn't make him look powerful. It made him look fragile. Drake's lawsuit felt like a last-ditch effort to reclaim control. But in the process, he exposed just how much the situation was getting to him. Kai, on the other hand, continued to thrive. The lawsuit became another chapter in his viral saga, and his audience ate it up. Kai's response to the lawsuit? Straight comedy. He turned it into a Twitch event, breaking down the legal docs and roasting Drake live. What could have been a serious situation became more content for Kai to dominate. He thrived in the chaos, showing exactly why the internet loves him. Meanwhile, Drake's move backfired. Instead of shutting down the jokes, the memes kept rolling. Drake went from being the sixth god to being the butt of every internet joke. The lawsuit didn't just fail to silence Kai, it amplified his voice. Kai's ability to turn every situation into a viral moment is what sets him apart. While Drake was trying to fight a battle in the courts, Kai was winning over the culture. The internet thrives on chaos, and Kai knows how to ride that wave better than anyone. Drake comes from an era where celebrities controlled everything: the narrative, the image, the mystery. Kai comes from the chaos of the internet, where authenticity and relatability rule. Drake sees guys like Kai as a threat. They don't need a label, a PR team, or a hit single to dominate. They're unpredictable, unfiltered, and impossible to control. And for Drake, who's built his career on staying in control, that's terrifying. The lawsuit? It wasn't just legal. It was Drake's way of trying to fight back against a culture he doesn't understand. But instead of showing strength, it exposed weakness. In the battle of old school celebrity versus new school internet, Drake took an big L.